Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I bought a new topic, that is Plautus, Pot of Gold Part 3. Make sure you'll refer the previous video so that you'll understand this part clearly. It is an ancient Roman theatre and its origin. To begin with, we have to understand what is an ancient Roman theatre. The ancient Roman theatre was one of the most remarkable cultural institutions of classical civilization. It was not just a place for entertainment but also a social, religious, and political center of Roman life. Roman theatre evolved from Greek model, but it gradually developed its own distinct style, emphasizing spectacle, architecture, and entertainment suited to Roman taste. The development of Roman theatre was closely linked with the growth of Roman literature and public festivals, making it with a vital part of Roman civic identity. The origin of Roman theatre, early beginnings before formal theatre appeared, Roman already enjoyed various forms of popular entertainment such as Fasanine verses, that is rustic song with humorous or satirical exchanges. Second, Athenian farces, that are short comic sketches performed by masked actor in rustic dialects. And third, Mimai, that is lively performances with gesture, dance, and crude humor. These entertainments were part of religious festivals and harvest celebration. Then we have a Greek influence. After Roman conquered Greece in the 3rd century BCE, the Romans were strongly influenced by Greek art, literature, and drama. Greek plays were translated into Latin and adapted for Roman audiences by early playwrights such as Liverius Andronius, that is 240 BCE, who is considered the father of Roman theatre. Then we have religious connections. Roman drama began as a part of religious festivals known as the Ludi Romani. Over time, it became more secular and spectacular, focusing on entertainment rather than worship. Third, we have development of Roman theatre. That's the Roman theatre flourished during the Republican period, that is 509 to 27 BCE, and the early empire 27 BCE to 476 CE, and the early phases were 3rd to 2nd century BCE, adaptation of Greek plays, rise of Plautus and Terence comedy, and Ananus of Asius tragedy. Second, we have middle phase, that's the 1st century BCE, building of a permanent stone theatre, for example, theatre of Pompey in 55 BCE, and the introduction of new form like pantomime. And third, we have late phase, that the 1st to 4th century CE, that is decline of literary drama, rise of spectacular entertainment. Fourth, we have architecture of Roman theatre, that's the construction and material. Early theatres were made up of wood, built temporarily for festivals. Later stone theatres were constructed under imperial patronage. Roman engineers used arches, vaults, and concrete, making the structure durable and large. Second, we have a basic structure of the Roman theatre. To start with, we have a sitting arrangement, which is also known as cavea. That's a semicircular seating space divided into section, that is ima, media, and summa cavea. Wealthy citizens sat in the lower tier, while the poor and women sat higher up, could hold from 5,000 to 20,000 spectators. Second, we have orchestra. That's a semicircular area between the stage and audience used by senators and officials, smaller than the Greek orchestra. Third, we have scena, which is also known as stage building. The backdrop of the stage elaborately decorated with columns, niches, and statues, containing 3 or more doors for actor entrances and exit. Fourth, we have a pulpitum, which is also known as a stage platform. It is a raised rectangular stage about 1 meter high and 30 meter long, actor performed here in front of the scanner. Fifth, we have velarium, a large warming or a canopy stretched over the cavea to protect the audience from sun and rain. Next, we have vomitoria, that is, passageways and exits allowing quick entry and exit of large crowds. Next, we have proscenium, that's a front part of the stage, richly decorated. Then we have a notable ancient Roman theatre. First is Theatre of Pompey, that is 55 BCE. The first permanent stone theatre in Rome could seat about 20,000 spectators. Then we have the Theatre of Marsilius, that is 13 BCE, built by Emperor Augustus, still partly preserved in modern Rome. Next, we have Theatre of Orange, that is in France, exceptionally well preserved Rome theatre with its original stage wall. Then we have Theatre of Aspidos, that's in Turkey, famous for its acoustic performances. Next, we have types of play performed. First, we have tragedies. This was based on Greek myths or Roman historical themes written by playwrights such as Seneca, Ennius, and Essayus. Focus on fate and honors. Next, we have comedies, which was based on Greek new comedy Menander and adapted into Latin by Plautus and Terence, featured everyday life, mistaken identity, love plots, and clever slaves. Then we have Athenian farces, short improvised comedies with stock characters like the stupid old man, glutton, and braggart soldier. Then we have mime and pantomime. That's mime is humorous sketches often without mask using slapsticks and everyday subject, and pantomime are the serious dance drama combining music, dance and gesture to tell stories often mythological. Next, we have festivals and performances context. That's the Roman theatre was deeply tied to public festivals, which is known as ludi, and performances were free of charge and open to all citizens. Major festivals were Ludi Romani, which was in honor of Jupiter, that's a September. And second, we have Ludi Plebi, that is organized by the plebeian. And third, we have Ludi Megalinis, in honor of the goddess Sibyl. And fourth, we have Ludi Apollonius, in honor of Apollo. The main purpose was to celebrate religious occasions, to honor gods, generals, or emperor, to provide public entertainment and maintain social harmony. Then we have actor and performances style. First, the actor. All actors were male, even in female role. Acting was considered a low social profession, often filled by slaves or freedmen. Next, we have costume and mask. Costume identify characters like toga for citizens, short tunic for slave, and colorful robes for foreigners or courtesans. Then we have acting style, highly gesture and exaggerated due to large audiences, emphasize on declamation, music and dances. Use of chorus declined in Roman plays compared to Greek theatre. Then we have a role of music and dance. Music was integral to Roman theatre. A tibisin, that is flute player, accompanied performances, dialogue altered between spoken and sung part. In pantomime, music, rhythm and dance conveyed emotion without words. Next, we have social and cultural significance. That's it became a medium of propaganda celebrating emperor and victories, served as public recreation for all classes, helped spread Latin language and culture across the Roman emperor. Next, we have decline of Roman theatre. That's 3rd century to 4th century. Literally, drama decline as violent spectacles, that's gladiator fights, animal hunts grew more popular. Pantomime and mime replaced classical plays with the rise of Christianity. Theatre was criticized for immortality and eventually suppressed. Then we have legacy of Roman theatre. Although Roman theatre decline, its architectural and literary heritage live on. Roman theatre buildings became the foundation for later European and Renaissance theatre. Seneca's tragedies inspired Shakespeare and Elizabethan playwright. Plautus and Terence comedies shaped modern comic theatre and European drama. The word theatre itself comes from the Greek theatron, but its architectural model owes much to Roman design. To conclude with, we can say that ancient Roman theatre was a vibrant combination of art, architecture, religion, and entertainment. From its humble beginning in rustic festival to the grandeur of marble theatres like Pompeii, it's mirrored the spirit of the Roman emperor, powerful, elaborated, and enduring. The drama eventually gave way to other forms of entertainment. The legacy of Roman theatre continued to shape modern performances, architecture, and storytelling. Thank you students for watching my video. Please do like, share with your friends and subscribe for more videos on the same chapter wherein I'll be uploading part wise, but make sure you'll watch part 2 as well so that you all can understand the particular video, and make sure while you all are watching the video try to make notes alongside. Thank you once again.